Hey guys, Blaine from Definition here. Today I'm going to talk you through a little bit of mobility drills for the upper body, mainly thoracic spine, so opening up the posture. So too many people these days are working at work desks or sitting in the car for long extended periods of time, even just on their phone, stuck in this position, this rolled over shoulders position. We want to try to open up the thoracic, allowing correct posture, the chest to be nice and tall, which is going to help in preparation for bench pressing, any sort of pressing overhead, even rowing. So today I've got my lovely assistant Dylan here. We're going to run through a few little drills to do with upper body thoracic mobility. We're going to start off here. What we're going to do is he's going to sit down on the floor here with the roller underneath his back, starting at the lower part of the ribs and not going higher than the top of the rib cage. So he's going to sit here with his bum on the ground, feet together and knees in nice and close. From there, arms are going to stay behind his head and he's just going to roll up and down his rib cage. You might feel a few little pops. Just your spine opening up, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Trying to make sure that you breathe out every time you roll up and down, so you're extending the amount of mobility and range of motion in there. Once he's done this about 5 or 6 times, I'm going to pass Dylan the stick, the dowel. He's going to put that overhead in a wider than shoulder grip position. From there, he's going to open up and down, trying to go and touch the ground every single time. Good. I'm going to start there in the bottom of the rib cage. So every time he goes down, he's going to try and breathe out and extend the amount of motion he's able to perform. So once we do about 5 or 6 again in this position, he's going to roll down further towards his feet. Towards your feet, other way, mate. There you go. So we're sitting a little bit higher in the rib cage now, and he's going to do the same thing. Again, we're going 5 or 6 repetitions. Breathing out. Nice, back up, breathing out again, nice up. We'll go one more of that, good. And then come down a little bit further one more time. He's going to do the same thing for 5 or 6 reps. Nice way, mate, keep going. That's it. All right, last one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of resistance in there. So this is going to allow him to extend a little bit further and put some more tension into that thoracic. Just move your hand, mate. So the weight's going to sit roughly in the center of the dowel. From there this time, I don't want you to go back and forward. I want you to just go back and try to hold it about 1 inch off the ground. So we're trying to open up, down, 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 down. We're trying to stay in that position there. So staying roughly 1 inch off the ground, keeping that thoracic nice and open, driving the hips into the ground, keeping the feet flat on the ground. You'd hold these for 15 to 30 seconds. It doesn't need to be a long amount of time. But again, we're going to do those 3 positions. So we're going to do bottom of the rib cage, middle of the rib cage, and upper rib cage. So that's good there, mate. Let's slide down a little bit further. So you can stay where you are there. Come down a little bit more. Good. If you want to make this more challenging, you feel like this is way too easy, what you can do is bring the hands in more narrow. So that's going to increase the range of motion in the shoulders as well, giving you not just the thoracic opening, it's going to give you a bit of shoulder and lat mobility too. Do you want to try that for me? Do you want to bring your hands in a little bit closer? There you go. Nice. So it's very important in this that you don't sit here with the abs tensed. The more relaxed you can be in this position, the better, because it's going to open up the rib cage way more. If you stay there nice and tight, you're not really going to be able to get that range of motion that you can be getting if you're relaxed. Cool. All right, come up for me, mate. So now we're going to put the stick down. Doing all right?
All good.
Good. So next, you're going to use the ball. So same deal, except this time instead of having a wider grip, we're going to go nice and narrow. This one's a lot harder to do, so don't try to go as low to start off with. We're starting on the bottom of the rib cage, exactly how we just did before. That's cool. If you can, try to lock your elbows out a little bit more. Good. So perfect positioning. You want to have elbows locked out overhead, rib cage exactly how we are. Knees in together if you can, a bit more. Good. Doing all right? Good. We'll slide down a little bit more. So second position's middle of the back. Nice still. So as you can see, he's pretty high off the ground. So it means this sort of movement will actually help him increase his range of motion, which will allow him to get his shoulders behind his head, increasing the health of his shoulder joint, the shoulder girdle. And last one, a little bit further again, mate. Good. So be mindful, you're not on your neck here, you're actually sitting just on top of the rear delts there. Good, that should be sweet. All right, let's stand up. So one little thing you can do now, you've opened up heaps this way, so just as a good relaxer now, you can just roll over, just have no tension in your stomach and just let your body pop over like that and just stretching out that way. But that's mobility drill number 1, upper body thoracic. Good work, Dill. Thanks, mate. Thanks for demoing.
No problem.
Hopefully this helps out a lot and you stay injury free. Thanks for that.